this is it. It begins. Okay, so been in here about a week and it's finally time to start on this garage slash gym, and it's day one of the transformation. The space we are working with here is 5.2 meters length, is that length, depth, whatever, 5.3 meters, so it's almost a perfect square. We've got about 250 centimeters, maybe just a touch under of height before we hit these horizontal beams, or are they beams or joists? I don't know which. We also have some pillars just jutting in the width of a brick. We've got one on this back wall, we've got two on this side wall, and then we've also got a boiler to deal with. You don't want to fog that up. And we've got main switches as well. Obviously we're going to lose a little bit of height off the floor. We've got rubber matting down that is, I think, 17 mil thick. And then you also have to think about if you're going to lift on a platform, how high that is, and work it into your calculations for the clearance. We had the option of getting an electric, a motorized garage door. Didn't go for it because you have to have like the little motor, the box thing up here, and it's just extra shit in the way. I think it looks just untidy, and why has everything got to be automatic these days? I've got hands, mate, I'll just use my hands. I'm happy to do that. So the first job is to clean and seal this garage floor. That dust is crazy, mate. So I'm gonna brush up, get rid of the odd bit of like pebbles and shit everywhere, tidy it up a bit, and then I'm gonna hit it with first layer. I might do 2 coats of some garage floor paint. Let's do that. All right, quick side note, I'm also gonna give the walls a bit of a brush as well and just get the main kind of dust and debris off those, because I do plan on painting them at some point. And so although I can come back and be a bit more thorough with it once the garage floor paint is like dry and the floor is actually sealed, it just makes sense to kind of get most of it now whilst I'm sweeping up. So I'm gonna do that as well as the floor. Let's just do it. I'm not gonna talk anymore. How to get rid of the dust in your... That was difficult, mate. Well, I've been literally brushing for about 2 hours straight. It's looking a lot better. Check it. It's actually grey. Still like far from clean, but I think like dust will just come up forever if you carry on. So I'm just gonna start, you know, painting over it and hope it just seals it all together. One till diamond hard, garage floor paint, slate. Supposed to mix it, I suppose.
Oh, you want to give it a really good mix, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Right, so what's the deal?
You go that corner, I'll come this corner, and then you're gonna have to go around the edges actually, because I can't get in them.
Oh, you need to cut in?
Yeah, actually. Maybe I should cut in as well. Is there another brush?
Yeah.
These are thick rubber, that is 17 millimeters, and they're supposed to be used for like stables. It's super thick. So I think each one of these says it's 38 kilograms. I don't think it's quite that, maybe about 25, 30, something like that. Anyway, I'm not ready for the floor to go in yet, but I have to transport them in there. The guy who delivered them couldn't get them up there because of that lip. If he rolled them up on his trolley thing, he said it would probably gonna chip that, so we had to leave them there. I'm gonna one by one move them from there to there. Alright people, so I think we are finally done with the floor. Every part of the floor now has at least 3 coats of garage floor paint. Cost me a little bit, and it was kind of awkward as well, because I had to, after the first coat, I couldn't keep all this outside. Well, you can't see it, it's off screen, but all my stuff, I couldn't keep it outside all night, like this wood and that. You can't get that shit rained on. So I had to kind of like paint a bit, wait for it to dry, put everything over there, paint the rest, move it back, etc, etc. It was a nightmare. Anyway, it's done now. It's time to paint the walls. Obviously, before we can put the floor down, it makes sense to paint the walls, right? Because then if you spill some paint on this floor, like, no one gives a shit, because no one's going to see it anyway. I've got a concrete grey, which I'm going to do this brick wall. And the opposite wall is breeze blocks, like I think like Thermalite. Anyway, I assume they're what concrete grey looks like anyway, and they're also going to be an absolute bitch to paint, so I'm not sure if I'm actually going to paint them. I might actually leave it as it is. I'll see how closely it matches this grey. I think he's going to start with that wall, and then this back wall I'm going to do in a black, so the floor will be black and the back wall will be black, so as you look in you'll see a big black strip down the middle, grey each side. Then on the grey walls I'll have kind of like black accents and vice versa. Now before I get painting, I think I need to just go over these walls and make sure there's nothing like no dust and all that kind of shit on them, so I'm going to give them a quick brush it out, and then start with coat number 1. So that's going to be difficult because I'm going to have to move all this shit again, but let's do it, mate. Cue time lapses. All right, we now have 2 coats on that wall. Next up is the back wall. Alright people, so we have got grey wall, black wall, grey bit, another grey bit. This floor has at least 3.5 coats. Now garage floor paint, that should just be enough. These walls got a couple of coats, there might still be a couple of little touch-ups that I'll do eventually, but I'm thinking they're looking pretty good. So it is time to lay this floor. Alright, so we have obviously our flooring, which is 17mm thick rubber stable mats. We have a Stanley knife with plenty of blades. They're just snap-off blades to cut through them with. We have the T-square to make straight lines, mate, because you know you don't want to be chopping wonky lines. We got a tape measure to obviously measure the exact measurements. And we also got some timber connectors. I've seen people call these mending plates, so it's basically, I'll show you when we come to it, but it's just a way of making sure that they stay together and don't pull apart. So you put them under, it's like a plate with teeth in it. So you put it under the floor, and then where to meet, you just put it in the bottom of the mat, like that, and then it will, you know, fasten together. Anyway, I've also kept the pallet that these got delivered on, because you can't really just cut these straight on the floor. You'll go through to the floor, whatever, it's just not going to be great. You need something to lean it on, so it kind of, once you've made your first cut, it kind of droops and opens up the cut, otherwise you just won't get through it. Anyway, I'll show you. And behold, we have a gym floor. I've just given it a bit of a wipe so it's still drying in patches, so it looks a bit uneven colour-wise. But I think I'm happy with it. I've got an extra off-cut there that I might use at some point, but I'm happy on it. It looks pretty sick. It's quite tight. Like the seams, although these mats, they're not perfectly straight, so they don't fit together like perfectly. You see, they're a bit like, you know, but it's as good as. So I'm happy, and finally we can now start to actually put stuff in here, right? This is ideal because I actually just got this from Strength Shop. It's a load of stuff, mate. Some offcuts of rubber there, but there's like barbells, some weights. I can't even remember what I got, but just in time, mate. So let's get some stuff in. Well, what a difference. a day makes. Yes, yes. Taking shape. Just wipe my feet. Got some spare carpet from when the carpet got fitted, so. Right, so got some strength shot bits. I'm not going to take you through everything I got, but I'll go through a rundown of like all the equipment once I am fully equipped. I've got some big deliveries on the way tomorrow, but I'm just happy to have the walls painted, the floor painted, and then the proper floor down, because it just means that now it's a functional room. There's not dust flying everywhere. I can put weights on the floor. Fuck, I'm happy with it, man. I'm happy so far. So yeah, I suppose we'll pick up tomorrow. Yes, now. Then we have 1 times half rack from Titanium Strength. Now, there's no way I'm carrying that 113 kilograms in there on my own, so I'm gonna open the boxes, carry it piece by piece in there. I'm gonna do it. It's time to time lapse, motherfucker. Half rack incoming. How good is it?
It's fucking sick.
It's ruthless, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks so good.
We made a lot of progress in a day again. We put the main bench in here. We've got the 2 barbells. I put this as low as it would go, because now I am actually able to do pull-ups and still not smash my head on that. So that's ideal. That sound, mate, that's the sound you want. Yes, yes, talk to me. This is a dumbbell rack, and we got another 3 sets of dumbbells. We got some heavy ones here. We got 40s, 45s and 50s, so I'm still waiting on some different dumbbells. They're going to be a while. I'll explain that later. For now, I'm going to build that. What's happening, people? So today we have got the electrician in, and he's putting up the lights in the garage. I've just run out to get him some money to pay the guy, and I'm going to show you. They should be almost up, so I'll show you what they're looking like. Yeah.
It's not allowing it to come out.
Looks sick, don't I? Well, I got this stuff off Amazon. It's like car door protector, you know, for if you got like a narrow garage and you open your door and it hits the wall, you're supposed to put it on that bit of the wall, stop scratching your car. Now I am going to put it all around like this. It's a bit dirty, it's going to get cleaned up, don't worry. And I'm going to put it right around. I just got one to kind of test it, so it's going to go cover up the whole kind of skirting, and I think it'll just make it all look a bit cleaner, really. A few of these just chunks of concrete, or like mortar, stuck on the walls that I'm gonna have to knock off, because it needs to be an even surface, so I have to knock them off, brush the wall down a bit, hoover it, and hopefully it'll stick like that. I think that looks decent. I haven't done the pillars yet. I actually got a mind to not do them. I think it looks kind of cool. Don't know, maybe I will. But because there's pillars there, I can pretty much have no seams. These are solid pieces, or I can hide the seams in the corners. Whereas with that one over there are seams, but whatever. Smash. Alright, mirror going on the wall. There's metal things in the way, so you couldn't have it flush against the wall. So I've put like makeshift battens here. This is just the support ones to stop it bowing inwards. I'm not going to fix it here, I'm just going to fix it 3 down the side, but it's a heavy mirror. There's only 2 of us. It's fucking difficult, mate, especially when you're doing 0 DIY in your life. Anyway, that was just off-cut plywood from the deadlift platform. Next up we are putting these hooks into that wall. We're going to put 2 there, we already put 2 over there. I'll show you them in a sec. Anyway, corded mate, that's what you need. Let's do it. We're just doing the 2 screws because it's fine, mate. No one can be asked drilling 4 holes per hook into brick. It's not ideal.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, maybe.
Might as well, eh?
I like this pretty raw shit, like on my phone and that, but
Raw.
I think that's fine. Like the row perfectly executed by the mags. Retracting the shoulder blades. All right, so these are the hooks. Just got them off eBay, actually. We got 2 there, and then we got 2 the other side. I've got some more handles coming for the cables, so they will be useful. Bit of storage. I thought the black would look better on the grey wall, because it's like kind of, you know, you don't want to put black on a black wall, do you? It'll blend in. Anyway. So I picked up a couple of these speakers. These are the Ultimate Ears Mega Blast 3. They're actually way louder than you would imagine. 2 of those. Now, the wireless, that's the good thing. So you just charge them on the dock and the battery is pretty solid on them from what I've experienced so far. And that's good because it means I don't have to have like wires running around my walls and shit. So what I'm going to do is, they've got these loops on the back of them, see? And I've got a couple of spare carabiner clips. So I'm going to do that, clip them in like that, and then I've got some little hooks from B&Q. I'm going to put one up on that side about there, one about there, and then I can just hook them on or leave them hooked on and then unhook them when I need to go and charge them and stuff. So that's what I'm doing next. That's the next job. Smash. Very inconspicuous. Yeah, they're gonna pump out a fucking sound, right? One of the final jobs, we have this treadmill. And I just think this looks untidy, like having all the branding and like too many colours on it, throw my colour scheme off. So I'm gonna try and cover like some of this. Now I've got some black vinyl wrap, this off Amazon. So I'm gonna see what that looks like. I just wanna mainly cover this orange bit, this writing, that kind of shit, because it's thrown off the aesthetic really. I also have just duct tape. I'm gonna see if that looks okay or if it just looks trash, so who knows. But we're nearly there, people. We're almost done. Right then, so we basically just wrapped a treadmill. So there's black there, both these posts and these 2 bits as well, which I think is just gonna look better overall now because there's just less fucking mad colours in the way. So finally we're gonna cover that fuse box. I just think it's unsightly, just doesn't look cool. Shame I can't really do anything about the boiler. Could put a cabinet around it, but it's gonna be a lot of effort that. I'm just gonna cover the fuse box for now. I've got a black flag that I'm just gonna basically nail up above it so that you can just lift it up like a flap when you actually need to get to it. You know, so stand by. This is it. It begins. Yes, yes. We are done. Complete. Finito, ladies and gents. I don't really know where to start with this outro other than just to say, like, I'm proper happy about it. Like, I've got a gym that is attached to my house. I don't know what else you want in life, mate. Like, where do you even go from here? What's the next step, mate? Someone tell me, because I'm going to struggle with, like, direction, mate. You know, this is the first proper project of this type that I've really undertaken and put time and effort into, and I'm just dead happy about it. So I should probably thank a few people. Firstly, Titanium Strength for sending me this rack, and also the cables. I'm proper happy again. Like, I love them. They're sick. This rack looks fucking next level, especially next to that black wall, right? I asked people on Instagram what colour I should paint the walls, and people said don't go black because it's too dark and all that shit, right? All you people who advised against painting black, you can all follow me immediately, because I'm never listening to you again. Well, I didn't listen to you anyway, but your judgment's poor, mate. Who else should I thank? I should thank Mags, my girlfriend, for helping me out with loads of stuff, putting up with me, spending hours in here doing this kind of stuff while she was sorting the rest of the house out. Finally, but most importantly, thanks to all you people who, you know, watch my videos, engage in my shit. I know this sounds like it's a fucking Oscar speech. You don't have to get unnecessarily, like, emotional and soft about shit, but I do appreciate it. I don't want you to, like, think that I take anything for granted, because, you know, if you weren't watching my videos and stuff, I'd just be making videos and it'd just be my mum watching, and, like, I probably wouldn't be able to afford just this garage on its own without even the house attached to it, or without being able to do anything to it. So thanks, you know, I appreciate it. I realise how lucky I am. So I'm just looking forward to being able to have this place as a studio as well as a gym, smash a load of content out. I'm going to make another video going through specific, like, costs and a breakdown of, like, all the brands that I bought stuff from and companies that I dealt with, and where I had, like, good experiences, potentially bad experiences, and then some other, like, tips for, you know, people who are looking to do stuff themselves, even if it's, you know, more grand or more basic than my setup. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up for me so that I can, like, one day upgrade me gym again and have a sicker thing next time. Alright, just thanks and see you later.
Jordy Lenny is my hero.